Coming up on Up at Noon, we have to go to a meeting, so we're gonna play some video games, including Yakuza Kiwami, but also we'll talk about Episode 9's new director. All that and more right now on Up at Noon. Pre-recorded.
And that's when I said, I know this says GameStop at the top of the store. I don't care. You're buying my clothes, you're buying my food, you're buying my sandwiches and my pets. They're all used and I need money for them because I need to buy some new stuff. And you know what the man said to me? Sure. Oh, hey, sorry. Welcome to what's the name of the show? Up at Noon.
Up at Noon. Close enough. If you're looking for Brian's shirts, head down to your local GameStop. Welcome to Up at Noon. It's a show about all kinds of weird stuff, like old sandwiches and clothes and pets and whatnot. We're doing a very special episode today.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. They make us go to a boring meeting.
Yeah,
it's mandatory.
Mandatory meeting on Thursday.
Meeting, yeah. So
mandatory.
Right over Up at Noon. So
sometimes it's a real job here. It's weird, and we don't know how to react.
Terrible. Yeah, so they're like, you have to bring your toys into the room early on Wednesday, so we're not live right now. I apologize. So you can say all kinds of mean stuff you want in the chat, and unless we're not paying attention in the meeting, then we probably won't be reading it. But in any case, if you are watching us live on normal weeks when we're actually live and there are boring meetings we have to go to, you can watch us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Roku, Apple TV, PS4, Xbox One, Bleemer, Burpus, and the rest of those apps.
Goober just launched.
First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsor, 5 Hour Energy. They've sponsored us before, and they are why we are awake.
They're back.
Yep.
And so are we. Thank you to that sponsor for powering the show. Always awesome to have you guys. We have an interesting show this week. We're going to go through some news, and we're going to play some weird video games together. It's basically going to be like it always is, but it's that mandatory meeting, man. They're really keeping the man down.
We're going to play some games, but first, I do want to talk about some of the big news this week.
Yes.
There was a bunch of it. I feel like none of it's awesome exactly. It's all sort of just like, oh, it's news. Sure is. First things first, we found out that J.J. Abrams will be directing Star Wars Episode 9. You may remember him from directing Star Wars Episode 7. There's nothing really bad about this. He's fine. He's great. I don't think disappointed is the right word. I'm just very
apathetic, I think.
I'm not underwhelmed or overwhelmed. I'm just perfectly whelmed.
I think we're whelmed.
We're whelmed
by this news.
So,
There's a scene from the film.
There's a scene from that's actually most of Episode 9 is going to kind of just backburner everything that's going on with Rey and Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron and Finn and all them, and it's going to focus on Constable Zuvio, who got his scenes cut from The Force Awakens, and he's going to be policing people parking illegally in Jakku. He's going to be like, hey, you can't park that here. Also, you might be hot. You probably want to take off that hat.
I have a feeling Constable Zuvio is not going to be in this movie.
Probably not.
I'll be honest with you.
But yeah, so I don't know. J.J. Abrams knows how to make a movie. He made Force Awakens, which is great. We like it. I don't know. I kind of hate that Episode 8 isn't even out yet, and they were like, here's the director. And I was like, well, first of all, we sort of know what his vision looks like. We've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was sort of hoping they would hold off on announcing this until Rian Johnson had, put out his
movie out. Yeah,
and then maybe they just, I don't know.
Is this for investors? Is this to sort of quell the fears or worries from Star Wars fans who are like, what's going on with this stuff?
I don't know.
I think that's what it was, right? I think it was sort of being like, hey, we know things got a little sketchy with the Han Solo movie. We know that those Rogue One trailers we showed you were not real. We know that we just pulled the Episode 9 director out, Colin Trevorrow, so we can go make another dinosaur film, hopefully. And you're probably worried, but don't worry, because we brought back that double scoop of vanilla ice cream you love so much.
Hey.
Jumpin' Jupiter Jabrams.
J.J. Jamberhams, as he's known to his good friends. No, I think it'll be fine. I don't know. It's just, I would be so much happier not thinking about Episode 9 until we're done thinking about Episode 8. And then, oh, by the way, there's also that Han Solo movie that we still don't even have a title for. That's sort of weird.
It's good to know it's in competent hands.
Yeah.
That kind of, you rest a little easy being like, okay, well, he's going to clean this up. Because, let's be completely honest, this is not an easy film to be handed. This is the end of a new trilogy, for starters. It is the end of a 9-movie arc. It is the passing the torch to whatever they do next. And also, it has to resolve the issue that Carrie Fisher passed away before Episode 8 comes out. We've read in an interview with, I believe, John Boyega saying that she will survive Episode 8, her character will. Princess Leia, but we don't know how that's going to be handled. We saw how Princess Leia was handled in Rogue One, and it's not ideal, and I really hope they don't do that. They actually specifically said that they wouldn't be doing anything like that.
She's going to be 3D printed for the next one.
Yeah, so what do you do, right? Like,
I mean,
does she fly off in a ship and the ship explodes? Like, does she live?
Aside from all of that, it's the third part in a trilogy, which without fail is always the most expectations. It's just that's how it is. You know, people kind of always. I mean, I think people give Return of the Jedi kind of an unfair shake of the stick because it does follow such high expectations set by Empire.
I mean, what's your favorite besides Return of the Jedi, which is mine? But what's your favorite sort of like third movie in a trilogy? I mean, The Matrix was by far and away the worst one.
Yeah, I love Return of the King.
Lord of the Rings, that was handled well.
Because that one, I mean, if you look at how those books are lined up, that's like supposed to be like 11 books or something. They're all like weird and spaced out. And it's also, they had cohesive source material to pull from. They weren't just like, hey, here's the sequel to a sequel.
Yeah. Same with Shrek 3, which I think it handled a lot of the arcs of that character.
Oh yeah, Threk. Everyone loves Threk. Anyway, yeah, I do hope they put Constable Zuvio in episode 9, whatever the heck they call it.
For those who don't know who he is, go to Walgreens because there's still 50 of his toy there. For $20 still. They're not budging on that price.
I think they're
not moving.
I think they made 4 toys of him at launch with The Force Awakens, and it was fitting because he was in the film for literally 4 frames.
Yeah, 4 frames.
You have to like go, oh, there he is.
You couldn't buy a like 4-inch Luke Skywalker. You couldn't buy a BB-8 without getting it in a box set, but you could get like 15 different Constable Zuvios.
Real weird choice. Anyway.
A little odd.
All right, so moving on. Other big thing this week is the... How many iPhones did they announce this week? Like 4?
2? Yeah, 3.
2 of them in different sizes and shapes. There was, of course, the big Apple keynote that we've kind of come to expect at this point. It's much like Star Wars, it's been annualized, and they always have to come out and have something there. And in this case, they were like, hey, here's the iPhone 8, which makes sense because 8 is what comes after 7.
Yep, directed by Rian Johnson.
In a crazy twist of everything, they were like, also, here's the iPhone 10, Roman numeral 10, like an X. I don't know why they just call it the iPhone X, because that sounds sort of cool. Like a weird reformed, like angry, just got out of prison, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, they took away the buttons. It now looks at your face, unless you're wearing sunglasses, then you got to take your sunglasses off. There are now animated emojis. There's also an Apple Watch that has cellular technology, so you can do Dick Tracy calls. I don't know.
I feel like they're finally in the situation where they're like solving problems that nobody really has anymore. Like cell phones in general have gotten so damn awesome that there isn't really a ton of issues. Like they were like, the new phones are 70% faster, and I'm like, that wasn't really a problem anymore.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's animated emojis, and I'm like, well, you guys also have GIFs, so that's fine. Well, and they're like, well, you can also make calls from your watch now, and I'm like, yeah, but you make them from your phone, which you already have on you. So it's a very interesting situation. The 10 feels like sort of like this kind of big idea that isn't really there yet.
Yeah,
it feels like it's sort of in a beta.
I think the point of it is, and they're not. I don't think they're pretending this is for everybody. This is for like hardcore Apple fans who want to adopt something early. They want to have the best thing, and at the same time, I think the X might as well be for experimental. It's kind of them testing the waters to be like, all right, we're trying out some new stuff. Yeah. At the same time, you're not forced into getting it. It's not the same deal they did with the 7, where they're like, we got rid of the headphone jack. They're like, hey, here's some crazy stuff we're trying out. Maybe it won't work. Who knows?
Can you pull that picture back up again? I want to complain about something real quick. This unibrow at the top of this phone.
What do they call? They're calling it the nibble.
This
I think.
mastooch.
I don't. Yeah.
Like, it's got to go. What is that?
I don't know.
Why is that there?
That's where the speakers are.
That's not good.
It doesn't. It's.
I don't like that.
It's kind of funny. I don't know how. It's weird.
Like why? Like just have a bar at the top. That's like you're watching a movie and like that's up there.
That's your solution for everything, is put a bar in it.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
I think everything should have a bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's really weird because I have a 7 Plus, which I adore. It takes fantastic photos. I've always been on the fence of like dropping a bunch of money and like getting a legit camera, but then I go to like a foreign country and I'm like, it's nice to just be able to whip out my phone, take some pictures, not have to carry this big bulky expensive thing with me everywhere. So this was the first time I've actually watched one of these keynotes and kind of felt like numb. Like I was almost like apathetic, where I was just kind of like, oh, honey, it's not enough. Like
I think it was funny that they opened up with the Beatles, All You Need Is Love, and then they proceeded to show me a bunch of stuff that I'm like, you're right, I don't need any of this stuff. I'm good. I have love.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
But here's what's going to happen, and we all know invariably this will happen in the next few weeks or days. Apple will beam an iPhone update to our phones. It will make them terrible. And then you'll have to go, I need a new one. That's what they do. They retroactively make what you own worse and slower and crappier, and then you're like, it's time to pay. I don't get excited for these things. I feel like it's like paying rent or paying a cable bill at this point, where it's just like you get this email that's like you gotta pay the money for the thing again. Like Piper's coming around.
I would compare it to like road construction, where they're like, why are you fixing the roads? They're like, oh, they're real crappy. You're like, really? I thought they were okay for a minute. They're like, no, we got to fix them. And I was like, you sure you're not just doing that so you have work to do?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you look at it. What does Apple do? They make iPhones. Well, they're not going to like stop making iPhones because everyone has iPhones. Like, they're kind of like, they're like, well, we get billions of people in our stores every day, and sometimes they buy stuff. And I mean, how do you make people think they need something? Everyone's sort of got the stuff that they need, I feel like.
That is the best way to break it down. How do you make people think they need something? It's what it should say, like, under every email, in their signatures from everyone at Apple. Like, because, I mean, I feel like Samsung's doing a really good job of, like, catching up, knocking out the park with making the stuff that they're making, aside from the exploding phone a few years ago, which we'll never stop giving them hell about. But, like, there's competition now, so that's kind of a good thing. But it feels like Apple's competing with themselves.
Yeah, I don't think it would kill them if they, like, maybe took a year off and they were like, hey, we're going to go in a cave and think of some new ideas. And they come back out and they're like, here it is. It's the round phone. You're like, well, all right.
There's also, we saw that announcement from that game company being like, they're putting a new game there called, like, Sky or Fly, and it's just, like, a bunch of journeymen just hopping around doing their thing. That's cool, but they were also like, it's exclusive to iPhone, and then they were like, no, it's not, and that everyone just does this now. Like, Nintendo had a thing where they were just like, oh, all these games are coming, all these indies are exclusive, and all the indie companies had to come up, like Super Meat Boy, and they're just like, that's not what we said. That's not at all. Or Microsoft at E3, where they're just like, the platform window exclusive launch of the #1, and you're like, that's not real either. Everyone's lying.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
it's fine.
Speaking of Nintendo, there's a big old Nintendo Direct that took place, right?
Yes.
And a bunch of stuff out of that. They're showing off new Mario stuff, new Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, they showed a lot of new Mario Odyssey stuff, which... is
that good?
I don't want to complain. I love seeing this dude run around with his hat and throw it at the man and, save Pauline or whatever. But I don't want to see any more of this game. I'm sold. I'm in like episode 8 territory where I'm like, hey dude, like I got it. Like I'll get my tickets the second I can. Like I'm gonna pre-order this game in a heartbeat.
That comes out what, end of October?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's close enough that I'm like, it looks like a really good Mario game. I played it for a second at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It plays like a Mario game should. He throws his hat at stuff.
And they do this thing in the Direct where they're just like, they show like literally 12 worlds in a row, and then they go, well, we don't want to spoil everything, and then they just show like 2 more. And you're like, stop it. Stop.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
Shh. We're good. We're sold on it. One thing that I really like about this is that there's a new character that we didn't get to really see a lot of, but I'm very intrigued by, and his name is Uncle Amiibo. That's right. Uncle Amiibo. And then you can go see him. You can bring your little Peach Amiibo and scan him in there.
He sounds a little bit, a little shifty. I don't know how I feel about him.
Remember Grippy Toad? You don't remember Grippy Toad?
No.
Grippy Toad is that dude that hung out with Slippy Toad in that weird Star Fox spin-off game that came to Wii U.
Oh, that one.
And he's got like this mustache.
No, I was thinking like
slick.
I don't know if like Captain Toad had like a rock climbing cousin who's like, yeah, I'm the Grippy Toad. I'm like, no, you meant like a literal toad. Okay.
Yeah, it's Slippy and Grippy. And
Slippy
does
and
the grab. Slippy does the flying, and Grippy does the grabbing.
Great. Anyway, and other Nintendo news. This is really good news. I hope. They're saying that people will not have to worry about Super Nintendo NES SNES Classic demand. The little mini thing that everyone's excited about. We tried to pre-order it from Walmart, and they all canceled it. We got mad. I was like. You were like, did you pre-order one? I was like, yes. And then it stopped being pre-ordered, not at my own wishes. And then I was like, did you? And you're like, I don't know.
I like this Photoshop because there's a lot of them, but they're in the sky.
You got to go up there and get them. You got to put wings on your hat and get all the way up there.
J.J. Abrams directed the background here too.
Yeah.
So no, they also said that the NES class is coming back next year, which
is such
really
good
cool.
news. Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe I feel like we have such Stockholm syndrome with this, but like maybe Nintendo's finally addressing the constraints on supply issues. Reggie specifically was like, don't go to these online like bidding websites. Like he didn't actually say eBay. He went to the online bidding websites and like give them $200 for this thing because like we'll be able to do that for you.
Yeah.
Like don't pay more than $80.
No, this is totally in the same category as like when I had my Switch pre-ordered. I was like, I'm not cool until this is in my hands.
Yeah.
I have been burned by that before. That was like the stupidest day when everyone's like... Do you
remember that weekend?
That was the worst. Everyone's like, I pre-ordered my Switch. It's going to show up at my house at this time. And then we're going to Amazon. It's like, it's at your house. You're like, no, it's not. You're lying to me. And then you're like, you had to like track it. We had a friend who I think he lives on an island off the coast of Maine. And he pre-ordered it. And it was like, yeah, your shipment's on the way. It will be there by this afternoon. It is in New Jersey. And he's like, it will not be here by this afternoon. It is in New Jersey. I am in an island in Maine.
I was having a rough week that week, like just on a personal level, and I was just sitting there at home, and I was like, all I want to do is I just want to hold this thing and play Zelda. That's all I want to do. And I was watching the tracking thing, and it just kept saying like on its way, and then it was like 10 o'clock at night, and it wasn't happening. And I just went on Twitter, and I was just heartbroken, and I was just like, my Switch isn't arriving tonight. It's all I wanted. And Jared Petty's wife, Angie Petty, former IGN employee Jared Petty, was like, we got an extra one by accident. Do you want to buy it off me? And I was like, yes. I got in the car and immediately like drove down the peninsula, got it, came home, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was just like holding it. It was like the biggest smile on my face that I'd had in like months. Like this is the problem with this, is like the payoff is so great. The joy is so real when you finally like. When we have a Super Nintendo Classic, I'm playing a sequel to Star Fox that I never knew existed on like that was just like in beta forever. Then I'm gonna play Super Mario World and Link to the Past on my TV with a Super Nintendo controller that's brand new.
That's
like,
gonna be so much fun.
The magic of that is incalculable.
Right.
But the pain and the suffering that we must get through to get to that point is okay, it's not real pain, it's not real suffering. Comparatively, I know.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It reminds me...
The world is on fire, there's hurricanes, everything sucks, everything's broken. I just want a little box of joy under my TV. I just want to click a button and have it get there, and I get an email from like Johnny Walmart, and he's like, we lied, ha 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 ha.
That's the classic Johnny Walmart line there.
That villain.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do something very silly today. Instead of talking about a bunch of news or stories or playing with our toys or whatever, we're going to play some Yakuza Kiwami, which is a game I've been playing. I realized I just really overpronounced it. Yakuza Kiwami.
Kiwami. I've been practicing my kanji.
Also, every time you type that in a photo of your Yakuza Kiwami, it autocorrects to Kiwanis, like that like Rotary Club, like those guys who put it like the Kiwanis Club. You know about that?
No one knows about that.
They're like those signs. When you drive into a small town, they have the signs like the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, and there's like Kiwanis. And you're like, what is Kiwanis? It's like a bunch of old dudes who wears hats. Like
the Fez guys?
Yeah, those are the Teamsters or something.
No.
Anyway,
Screaming
it's
youth.
like a weird old it's like a secret society, but it's like very different from what like Kiwami is, which is Japanese for extreme. Anyway,
long story short,
it's a weird game. We're gonna play it.
A couple weeks ago, I made Max play Animal Crossing for GameCube, and we sat there for an hour, and he really liked it. And I feel like we haven't really gotten to just dive into Max's bizarre Japanime brain.
Yakuza's like Animal Crossing, but with 1,000% more ass kicking. Let's take a look.
Hey, what's up there? It's Brian and Max, and we're playing Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about this game, but Max has sunk dozens of hours into it, and he's going to give me a short tour around it.
Okay, so here's the story. Yakuza Kiwami, if you've never played a Yakuza game, is a great starting point. It is a modern remake of the first Yakuza game, which came out for PlayStation 2 in like 2002 or 3, I think.
Okay.
Basically, it's sort of like GTA, but with more like RPG systems and silly minigames. And I don't know, like, you get random encounters with like gang dudes. Like, I'm gonna beat the crap out of these guys.
Whoa.
And it's gonna be awesome.
So you have superpowers?
Yeah, you're like the toughest dude ever. I'm also like sucking right now.
You like One Punch Man?
Yeah, I can check this out. Basically, it's incredibly violent, but also these dudes will all live somehow. You get like, I don't know, crazy skills.
So it's got sort of like a River City Ransom vibe to it.
It's very River City Ransom, which is I think what I love about it.
Yeah.
The best part about it, there's like a deep story about like Yakuza betrayal and friendship and honor and all that crap. The best thing is the crazy sub-stories, though, which are basically just side quests.
Now, did you have all of these superpowers unlocked from the start, or do you sort of get them little by little?
No. There's been some stuff going on. I've been playing for a while. I'm like 22 hours in.
Who's this guy?
This is Goro Majima, who is my rival.
He's being nice to you.
I think he's actually sort of like a fun rival. He's like a very kind of like anime rival. Like he wants to kick my ass left and right. But you get new skills by beating him up. But he's like very funny because sometimes he'll walk around and look for you to fight you. Other times he'll like hide under parking cones or be like hanging out at the bowling alley. In any case, you get like he's like at one point you have to go on a date with him. It's weird. It's a weird game. But it's a lot of fun. Also, you have like different ways to fight, so you can just go in there and really wail on him.
So he just keeps showing up and kind of haunting you?
Yeah, he wants to like test you. Like sort of the main story here is that you just got out of jail and you've been in there for 10 years, and so he's breakdancing, breakdance fighting.
But yeah, he's like, oh man, Kiryu, you've been in jail for so long. Do you still know how to fight? And he just like, I don't know, puts you on the spot. You gotta like beat him up. But then you get like cool skills for, fighting him. Come on, get down.
It doesn't seem like you're doing much damage to him.
He's a tough dude, as you can tell by his sweet jacket.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man.
I'll do that to him left and right, though. I don't care.
What's that all about?
Oh, you try to grab him, he pushed me in a puddle. Let me see if I can get some cool weapons over here. There's like, you can just use all kinds of, look at that funny somersault.
This music is wild.
Yeah, this whole game is wild. Yeah.
Okay, so we've gotten down to his last health bar now, I think.
Now he's gonna do this weird like Vegeta charge up thing. Look at that. He's gonna turn pink. Luckily, I have other fighting styles. This is Brawler. In Yakuza 0, which came out right before this, it was a prequel. You could play as him for most of the game. So like if you played 0, you sort of know who he is. You know his deal.
Yeah.
That was my first kind of introduction to Yakuza. It's just a very ridiculous series, and I think the way it's marketed, they're like, oh, it's a serious crime thing, but it's like, nah, dude. It's like a weird anime RPG, kind of. We're going to go do some silly stuff in a second.
Wow.
But first, he's going to heal? Get out of here. Just fall down. Stop.
Beating this boy up real good.
Yeah, we got to kind of really got to wail on him. Yeah,
oh, wow. This game does a pretty good job of like capturing a lot of the cool stuff in Japan. There's like a Club Sega right behind you.
Yep, we're going to
actually... like those weird, very dark meat billboards you see everywhere.
Yeah,
Is this normal?
I think the gamma settings are kind of weird on here. But yeah, look at this. He's like, oh, that was fun. Anyway, it was cool getting my ass beat by you, but let's get out of here.
Oh, so he's just kind of like he's like, all right, bye.
Yeah, so at one point he like disguises himself as like I got a whole like bonus points for like doing that.
So you got to beat him 5 more times. Can you go in this arcade?
Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Sweet.
We can go in here and do claw machine stuff. Catch some squirrels.
Did I ever tell you about the weirdest claw machine I saw in Japan?
No.
It was freeze-dried lobsters.
Really?
Yeah, so you could get like a freeze-dried lobster dinner.
You want to take some photos?
Yeah.
Check this out. This is actually there's a lot of rhythm games in here.
Sweet.
They're very hard. Like there's dancing and karaoke. I don't know if they got those into this one, but
this is awesome, dude. Oh man.
I think that one's baller. That one's pretty cool. Mesu King. Oh, we're going to show you what Mesu King is a little bit after this.
Okay.
All right, first.
Why do you look so sad?
So hard. Well, I got one pose. All right. It's very hard. Like I got the same sort of pose. It's very.
I don't know. Paris Hilton used to do that. She would take the same picture every time.
Yeah.
There he is. There's my handsome stud.
Yeah. So I think if you like get them all right, you get cooler poses or whatever. I think
and you get to save them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I look like a badass. So you might have noticed it said Battle Bug Beauties.
Yeah.
That's one of the stranger things in this game. I guess I'll put that in my other. I got a photo album of me doing that same pose.
Yeah, that's good.
Real weird.
You have your face, you know.
Oh, okay. That was I don't know what that is.
Is he all right?
I don't know.
Is that the whole arcade?
That was the whole arcade. Well, there's the claw machine. We're going to a different arcade.
I want to see the claw machine.
Want to see the claw machine?
Yeah.
You get the loading screen. I'm sorry. We can go to a different claw machine. I promise. Here, let's check out the map. So, thing about this is it's not like a huge sprawling open world. It's kind of just like narrow. If that makes sense. And there's like a lot of stuff to do, a lot of like hidden areas, and I don't love how you can't interact with like literally everything, which is sort of my jam in open world games. But
what's that email logo on your screen?
Oh, my girlfriend's texting me.
How do you get rid of that?
We go hang out with her on dates. Here. See, she's gonna be like, hey. Yeah, she's like, oh, come by the club. She's actually like she's a hostess.
Oh, she said there's lots of things I want to talk to you about. I feel like that's a serious conversation.
Yeah. What I like about it is that there's stuff in here that seems, I think at a glance, like sort of like your typical sort of pervy anime behavior, but frequently it's sort of like, oh, hold on. We got to be vigilantes. We're gonna save this dude from getting bullied.
What are they doing to him? These
they're
guys
just like
with the puffer
they're like
jackets?
stepping on him and stuff.
Get him! Where's the man? Did he disappear?
He's just down there. He's gonna give me like a plate or something. Like they always give you prizes for saving them from bullies.
A plate?
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't realize this game had so much like cool beat 'em up stuff.
It's really fun.
Yeah,
and there's like a bunch of you get like crazy weapons. I'm gonna show you my umbrella after this. I have like a very powerful umbrella that sets people on fire. Anyway, so this guy gave me a soda.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on? I don't know what this is. Huh. So
this is definitely one of those games where like you're on your way to a mission and then like 80 things pop up and you're like, what was I doing again?
Yeah, I was gonna show you a sexy bug fighting game, but
bug fighting?
Yeah.
Can you take that motorcycle?
Nah, I could use it as a weapon if somebody attacks me.
So there's no vehicles in this game? Just legs?
Not really. There's like one part where you're in a car, which is really weird because it's not like how that game works at all.
Right.
There's batting cages. All right, here we are at the arcade. Oh, I want to show you this.
Who's that child doctor?
I'll show you. That's Professor Kid.
Oh, look at the horse slap.
Look at that horse. That's a mom horse hitting a kid. Anyway, so this dude, Mesu King is an arcade game.
Practice with Professor?
I'm gonna battle somebody. I'm not afraid. A new opponent.
Is he a child genius?
He's like a Pokemon professor basically. This whole thing's kind of like a weird Pokemon parody.
Yeah.
It's this game, but it's sort of like rock paper scissors, but you have to fight these kids with these collectible cards. That, oh, I'm gonna beat up this little girl apparently.
What?
I'm not gonna beat her up.
Don't do that.
You gotta collect these cards that are of sexy women dressed up like insects. Which is, there's really not an easy way to explain it. It's just weird.
No, that's not good.
Check us out. It's gonna get very strange. Yep. So like it's again it's it's a lot of stats.
Max, what is happening?
We're about to do a bug fight with women.
What?
I don't know. It's Yakuza, man. In the last one, it was just like a secret underground like mud wrestling thing. Okay.
What the hell?
She's a bee. It's very Japanese at times.
What? At times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna get in here and they're gonna do some.
Are they fighting on a tree stump?
Yes. They're supposed to be like elves.
Are they sumo wrestling?
So I just used. I think I know how to play it. I just used paper against her rock and I won.
Which one are you?
I'm the bee.
Okay. So you just go home and then you play this video game?
Yeah, I play this game a lot.
Okay. It's a weird butt.
Yeah, it's a bee butt. Anyway, so yeah.
Oh, really
Just throwing this lady around. It gets really scary at the end. I promise.
On her.
There's more bugs than there should be. I don't really know how to play. I think it's something about. Oh, we tied there. And now we.
Were you trying to pin her?
It's bug wrestling, you know, that classic sport.
I don't know. No, I don't.
I don't really either. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Okay.
But the bee ladies are fighting. Sort of.
It's really seeing right up in that tungus.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, yata. I think that means hooray.
Oh.
So I defeated her, my nemesis, the bug.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, right?
Oh, look at all the beetles.
It's like sort of sexy, and then they have all the scary bugs.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh, and they read you a proverb. It's a strange game.
Did you get presents for doing that too?
I don't know. Maybe. I think I might get
Why did that little girl show you that?
I don't know. This game's frequently inappropriate.
Where's the claw machine?
I don't know.
Sonic is in this game?
Yeah, it's a Sega game. What do you... All right, get out of here. Stop talking to me. Oh, he gave me this one of Bayonetta's friends or whatever.
That's good to have in your wallet. Just hold on to that card.
All right, so I learned a valuable lesson about sexy bug fights. I got all these points. A lot of points for stuff.
Very confused.
Check it out.
Oh, nice. Monkey Ball?
Yep.
You can get Monkey Ball characters in this game?
Hell yeah, you can.
Sweet. Oh, get Ai.
It makes that horrible noise.
Get him.
Can I get him? Oh.
How many times do you get to try?
I think 3. That's not a great noise, I'll be honest.
That's Gongon. That's his name. There's a weird angle for the claw. Oh, you're going for this little robot man?
I want the babby. Bring me the babby monkey.
Oh!
Come on! Okay. Well, at least I flipped him over all weird.
I can't believe this is the closest we've gotten to a new Monkey Ball game in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Get him now. You can get him. Now's a good time to grab that little robot monkey.
I think I'll knock him in. I think I might have him.
This is riveting.
So there are actually side quests where you have to get claw machine stuff. Like there are parts where it like makes you do stuff, and it's, I don't know. Are we gonna do it?
It always does a little shimmy shake at the top. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I got it. So I got baby
the monkey.
Baby the
from
monkey.
Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
What now? What do you do with him? Can you eat it?
I don't know.
You just leave it there. Don't leave it.
No, I have it. It's in my inventory.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Can we look at it?
Yeah, sure. We can go to the pawn shop and sell it and then buy weapons.
Can you get a new Monkey Ball game?
Not really.
Oh, man. There he is.
Inventory.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's it?
That's him.
Okay, well, I mean,
Also got pocket tissues.
it's really about the journey and not really the destination sometimes.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so what should we go check out? We got all kinds of stuff around here. Oh, there's a mysterious thing going on over here.
Over on Senryu Avenue?
Yeah, there's like miniature car racing.
Okay. Smile Burger, can you get a burger?
You want to? I don't know if I can get a burger. Where's the Smile Burger?
Go to the restaurant. I want to see the food getting eaten.
Let's get sushi.
But I like burger. I don't get to eat a lot.
You can only eat some of the food.
I feel like garbage.
What's this? Is this pizza?
It's a very dark pizza place.
I think this monitor is calibrated weird. It doesn't. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, it's
wow.
Cafe Alps.
What is this?
What looks good? You want to get a chocolate parfait?
I really like that thing in Japan where they call like everything a set.
Yeah. All right, check this out. I'm gonna eat everything. I'm gonna eat like $70 worth of snacks.
Oh, what is this weird shame angle?
He loves all the food. He drinks like 3 cups of coffee and a bunch of cakes.
Oh, dude, is he okay?
Not really.
He really lost it in there.
The mob is after him, and so he's stress eating at Cafe Alps. Yeah, but I got like a bonus point for eating all the food in the restaurant. Not a lot of games let you do that. Just go into the restaurant, eat everything on the menu.
We only have a little bit of time left, Max, so why don't you show me something very special to you in this game?
Let's... that's another beat 'em up dudes.
Can you buy stuff from the vending machines?
You can't actually, which is unfortunate. You can at some points use the vending machines as weapons, though, which is pretty cool.
That's good.
What's this lady up to? Oh. Well, this woman's friend was kidnapped, and that's yet one more thing that will show up on my map for me to go check out. Yeah, it's a weird game. I totally didn't think I would like it, and now I love it, and Yakuza 6 is like my most anticipated game of next year, probably.
I actually would just totally think you would love this.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was set in the 80s, and you could punch people and money would fly out.
See?
Yeah.
Well, that's very River City Ransom.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome.
Nobody ever barfs, though. There's one guy who's got unstoppable diarrhea, and you have to keep bringing him pocket tissues. It's a good time.
Well, anyway, that's Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, it means extreme.
Does it?
Yeah.
The White Gang?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. What's going on over here? Let's just check this out real quick. Let's see what's going on. Oh. What?
Oh, no. He's that man you fought before, but he's a zombie now.
Yeah, I don't know why he's a zombie. I really honestly don't.
Did you kill him before? You haven't seen this yet?
I have not seen this yet. So Kiryu's a zombie, or no, Majima's a zombie. Yeah, there's occasionally zombies in these things.
I like how he holds this. He's like, hello. Thank you for calling.
Do I have to run away from the zombie? What? It just got all horror? What?
It's showing this scene again.
Yeah, they do reuse a lot of the same footage, but I swear it's great. All right, so we're going to fight a zombie for just a second. We can honestly probably just wrap this up. It's going to be a lot of punching.
Okay. Well, this is Yakuza Kiwami.
Hold on, one thing real quick.
Stop. I'm trying to end the video.
Can I show you my umbrella?
Yeah, you can do that. Can you fight him with it?
I don't know if I can use my umbrella here. Anyway.
Anyway, that's Yakuza Kiwami. It stands for extreme.
It certainly is.
Max has sure been playing a lot of it. It's sort of like a modern-day River City Ransom, but with a little girl that shows you a bug women's wrestling game, and then there's a zombie man.
Yeah, that's odd. I guess I gotta... What? What is going on in this game?
What is happening?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to this part yet. It's weird.
Anyway.
Yakuza Kiwami. Go check it out if you like weird stuff.
It's out now. You can play it.
$30.
And we're back. Wasn't that a good time?
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah, that's actually we're lying to you right now. We haven't actually done that yet. because it's all pre-recorded and assembled in post-production through the magic of cinema.
Yes, but also, I'm not lying, you're weird.
Yeah, I am weird. You're not wrong about that.
Okay.
Anyway, so Yakuza is a massive, huge, sprawling game. I think I spent 40 hours in the last one, 22 hours in this one. I'm not done with any of them. There's so many side quests and stuff I gotta check out. Obviously, we love big, huge games, but sometimes brevity is the soul of wit, and you kind of want to play something shorter and sweeter.
Yeah.
This week, Up at Noon is sponsored by 5 Hour Energy. 5 hours is a good chunk of time to be energetic and do things, and there are plenty of games out there that you can finish in under 5 hours. So here are 5 games you can beat in under 5 hours.
All right, number 1, Portal. We got to start with Portal.
Yes.
There's something fascinating about this game because you can take forever playing it. You can sort of figure out the puzzles on your own, little by little. Take your time, explore the world, poke around and understand exactly what's going on here. Or you can fly through it very quickly and feel like a just brain wizard. It's the feeling of accomplishment of defeating this game, getting to the end of it, which I won't spoil, but you should probably know by now because the ending's been printed on like 2 million t-shirts, is really satisfying for me because I'm not smart. But it makes me feel smart.
I think what's really great about Portal is not only is it that feeling of being smart and solving a puzzle, it's also the sense of motion that you get from being in a first-person environment.
Yeah.
There's those parts where you like slingshot yourself around, and it's just, I don't know, it's both the feeling of movement that you get from kind of more physical games and the super genius puzzle effect.
Yeah.
As it's technically known in the industry.
Yeah, it's got great art direction, great characters. I just really like this game. I really hope it comes back someday.
Yeah, that would be nice. Valve. Anyway, another game that's really good is Journey. This was a left and right game of the year. This is not a long game. Some people would be like, this isn't a game at all. I don't know what to tell you. It's a really cool, weird, interactive narrative experience that you play with strangers over the internet.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like a weird sort of almost romantic stranger danger thing, but it's a fun time.
Yeah, I think this one's incredible because it's sort of the length of a movie, but it leaves you, it's almost haunting. It just kind of sticks with you. I don't want to give anything away.
It's easily the most emotionally wrought thing about someone trying to assemble a scarf I've ever played.
Yeah, totally. It's just really interesting. It's also just incredibly beautiful. It's super cheap on PlayStation. You can play it pretty much on your PS4 or your PS3. It's on PlayStation Now as well. I really like this game. I think about the ending all the time. It's dark and beautiful and inspiring, a lot like life, and you can finish it in just a few hours.
Yeah. Now, those are 2 games that people have talked about left and right, up and down, across, and so on and so forth. One that I didn't think got enough praise at all was Jazzpunk. Jazzpunk is like a cyberpunk spy versus spy first-person adventure game. So full disclosure, a friend of mine actually made this, but I made friends with him because he was making this.
Right.
Like he reached out to do press stuff, and he's like, "Hey, I'm working on this weird game. You might get a kick out of it." It's all done in kind of this ridiculous, strange '60s, it's just kind of Mad Magazine, Looney Tunes aesthetic, and but it's all the tropes are like stuff like Blade Runner and Akira. So
yeah.
Very weird.
I really like the humor in this game.
Yeah.
I want to say writing, but a lot of the characters just sort of make like weird sound effects. And it's very slapstick. It's got a lot of like Looney Tunes element to it, and just the art is so minimalist and weird, but it just really works.
Yeah.
And it's totally different than anything else on this list. So.
It's like somewhere between like Deus Ex and a Leslie Nielsen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I recommend that one.
With like a little bit of cyanide and happiness.
Short and sweet.
I really dig it.
Good time. Now, completely on the other end of the spectrum, Little Nightmares is a game I played this year. It's definitely winding up on my Games of the Year list. This is just one of the most haunting, disgusting, and really upsetting games I've played in quite some time that also manages to be weirdly kid-friendly. It's got a ton of references to Spirited Away and other bits of like Studio Ghibli stuff in there without being like completely on the nose. The aesthetic of it is very like kind of Tim Burton-y. Like it has this just griminess to it.
Yeah.
And it's if I had to describe it, it's sort of like a survival horror game for kids. But it's not for kids, and it's not really survival horror either, so I don't know what I'm saying by that. It's scary in the way that like picture books might have scared you when you were a kid, or like, I don't know, like the part in The Great Mouse Detective where that bat jumps out of the baby carriage.
Yes.
And you're like, that's not scary, it's a cartoon bat, but this is like a game where you're like a little kid in a raincoat walking around. But then again, after it, little kids in raincoats are pretty creepy.
It's really like sort of vivid and painterly, and there's something kind of like wet about the world that I kind of dig. I've been meaning to finish it, and luckily it's only a few hours, so I have no excuse.
Yeah. Now, tie for first place here. 2 games that are very similar to Little Nightmares: Limbo and Inside. These are both made by Playdead. Limbo, wonderful black and white kind of puzzle platformer. Just incredible sound design, like very, very charming. It's very like stripped down. There's basically no UI. You just walk around and use stuff. You've probably heard of it. If you haven't played it, you're missing out because it's really good.
It's on almost every platform ever.
Yeah, I think it's on iPhone.
It's on iPhone for sure.
Android,
and there's something about this game. If you haven't played it or you haven't seen it, it stars a little boy, and it's also incredibly violent. And the deaths in this game are very vivid. And it's the kind of thing like again, like in talking about things that have stuck with me. The first time your character gets killed in this game, or the first time it faces like one of the larger creatures in the game, still sort of like gives me the tingles. Like it's just gross kind of thinking about it. But again, it's just a few hours. The way this game and Inside end are sort of open to interpretation in a lot of ways, which I find fascinating. So like if you can finish this game 2.5 hours, and you still have 2.5 of that 5 hours to spare, go online and read some of like the sort of breakdowns that people have done on the theories that people have about what these stories mean.
I think
they're so interesting.
I think I liked Inside better. It's very similar to Limbo. Cool thing is they both came out in a physical 2-pack this week, so if you missed both of those, then jump on that. I think that hit the PS4 physical retail. I mean, they're out there for pretty much everything, so check those out. Obviously, these are just 5 of our personal picks of games you can beat in under 5 hours. There are a lot of them. Technically, you can beat Skyrim in under 5 hours, but pretty much nobody does that. And then, of course, there are speedrunners who are certifiably insane people.
Yeah.
What are your favorites? Let us know in the comments. And thank you to 5 Hour Energy for fueling us with energy. All right. So I think we're going to play some more video games now.
Yeah, we are, but we don't know what yet, and it's going to be weird surprises, so I'm very fascinated where our brains go on this
It's going to be a fun time. We might even play one of my personal favorites, which is Funny Trucks in the Mud.
That's not a game.
It's not a game yet. Or is it?
Make up
Who knows? Let's find out right now.
It's not what it's called.
Hola.
Hello.
That
Welcome.
means hello.
In Spanish.
In Bajanese.
Yes, we're playing Baja Edge of Control, which is the sexiest flamenco sand racing game I've yet
encountered. A beautiful game about oil refineries.
It's a Baja blast.
What is happening?
It's a game about, I don't know, driving around in the sand.
How did you find this?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, you can play as all kinds of different little trucks like this one, the Grabowski Bros, Maca Tribe. This all makes sense to somebody. We like Star Wars, so we're not really ones to talk about nonsense words.
Dude,
but
you and I drove Dune buggies like this recently.
Like the Ricker Racers in the
Not
Amiibo
like that.
tech. All right, let's pick one of these funny cars and get out there.
Did they put a time? Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Should we do simulation or arcade?
Arcade. That
Okay.
seems more fun.
I'm going to make it incredibly easy.
Yeah, let's win.
Let's defeat these men in the sand. So these are funny trucks that people use to drive around in the mud, in the dirt, in the dust, in the Baja.
And for those of you that don't know, Baja is Spanish for a type of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't actually know what Baja means. Do you?
I don't. I think it's that thing by San Diego.
I think it's when Spanish kids are laughing on the internet.
I don't think you can say that anymore. Anyway, here's our funny sand truck. Watch me. I'm going to go over in the bush.
Uh-oh, get back on the track.
What, are you going to yell at me? They definitely got music for this game.
Yeah.
Where's that flamenco guitar? I missed that.
Do you have any guns?
No, it's kind of just regular sand driving. Not really any craziness.
Huh.
Yeah, not really the kind of game for us. I played a Tour de France game. That was weird.
Are you losing?
Probably.
You're on the easiest setting.
Yeah, but I'm driving on sand. Funny tires. Let me see if I can kill this guy.
You and I got to ride Dune buggies. It was really great. I'm glad I wore my crappy sunglasses that day because it got tore up.
Yeah, you messed him up. Ha-ha! Getting
Nice. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Twisted metal.
Push him to his grave?
You're going into the salt flats.
Yeah, you're getting an
And then I'm gonna
Arizona
make him-
funeral.
I'm gonna make him drink oil like in that James Bond movie. All right. Anyway, how do I go faster? All right, I don't know what any of these do. Like, check this out.
This music is a lot.
Sickness mode. Let's bully this buggy. Cyber buggying.
I feel nauseous.
Yeah. I heard somewhere that you can't feel nauseous, you can only feel nauseated.
Shut up.
Oh, dust balls.
Oh, wow, Rocket League.
Hey, everybody, it's me, the car. I'm here to hang out again to do that.
Okay.
I feel like if I didn't have any other games, I'd probably really get into this kind of stuff.
You're really humping on this guy.
Getting into this, dude.
Why are you messing with these trucks all the time?
I'd like it. I like to mess with them. Ooh, that's a fun time.
Can you not? How do you? There we go.
Whee!
That's better.
Where are the sick jumps? Hold on, I'm gonna do a sick one.
Yeah, jumps. Hell yeah. Sweet.
Wow, I was expecting to explode. I think there's like a free range mode where you can just go out in the woods and just do that stuff.
Really?
Probably.
Can you
change the music?
Yeah. Rock
mantling. Yeah, we're not the best at the game about the cars.
I don't even know what place you're in, man. It doesn't even say.
It's called Baja.
That's not a place.
Yeah, it is. It's that thing by San Diego. It's that big pointy thing. Hold on.
No, I mean like what place in the race? Oh man.
What was that?
That fence is unbreakable.
Funny physics. I want to go in there. I want to liberate this outpost.
Max, when you went on the Dune Buggies, you drove into a fence, but you tore through it.
I sure did. That was a crappy fence. Also, that was the ghost car.
that was like, that fence was more like a rock or a wall.
Yeah, that was not great.
You would have killed us if you did that.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't kill us.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really intend to do that.
Who parked in this game?
I don't know. I feel like some of the cars get tired and they have little parking lots.
Can you put on the radio different?
I don't know.
How do you make that? Yeah, make the music not really. Here we go. Oh.
What? You just save? All right, now we just get to hear the soothing song of the engine, otherwise known as that noise.
That's better.
Yeah, you
Sally
just
Calais. Who are these Star Wars characters?
Anthony Minnelli Jr. Liza Minnelli.
He's a famous off-roadster.
He's probably very well known for doing car stuff on the rocks.
He's the president of Baja.
Ah, Baja.
I used to download songs off of Baja.
Because you got to get Baja K++. That has less spyware. Anyway, yeah, this is a.
Every time I'm tired at the end of the day, I reach into my dresser drawers and I put on my pajamas.
Bahamas. I guess that's something different when you say it that way. What's falling off of my car
Pajama?
there? What is that? Look at that. I got like a weird little. Is that part of my?
Oh, that's your flapper.
My flapper fell off. Oh, my sand wing.
You can use that to grab onto stuff.
I wish you could.
And collect crabs and such.
This is in spite of everything you're seeing, it's a serious game.
I don't know if you're even doing good.
I don't think I am.
But there's nothing.
I got sand gauges to know how much sand is in my wheels.
Drive over these cops.
You guys are busted. Now we shall make love in the sand. And that is where 4x4s come from.
That's how the Babby Jeep is made.
Oh, would I get punished for going? Why are all these trucks white?
I don't know. Take a guess.
Move it, Dad. How do I? What? You can call for help?
Is your car dead?
No, it's talking.
Is it sick?
The big ball.
Rocket League.
Rocket League, yeah.
Oh, not good. Oh, you humping that rock?
Yeah, there are people out there who get really into like doing car stuff.
Not you.
Not me, clearly. I get it. I don't know. It's cool. You can play like full simulation mode and stuff. We're just like the wrong people to be playing this game. That's not stopping us because we want to hit that ball.
How come it doesn't tell us like what
to do?
Like no, like if we're in like third place or like does it say that?
You know, in real sand car sports, they don't. It actually just tells us 8th.
Oh, there we go. The H is coming up.
That's the home of the helicopter.
Is that what that is?
Home helicopter. They both start with H. That's probably what it is.
Why did? Oh! We did a helicopter kiss. How did you do that? That was weird. Why was he down there?
To flirt, probably. That helicopter was slumming it with the buggies.
He's playing footsie.
Oh, there's that ball again. I like those big things. I wonder what happens if you hit one with a real car.
A helicopter?
No, the sand balls.
Yeah, I like those too.
What do they call it? Dust clouds?
Are they? No. Are they really made?
Oh!
Whoa! Rooftop
that was
jumpers.
Sick. I think there's a mode where they don't yell at you for going up there, and I think that's probably a better mode.
Yeah, we should play that.
Yeah. Dirt rustlers, they call us.
Dirt Russell.
Ooh, parking lot.
You want to just park and hide and then trick people into thinking we're not racing and then be like, haha.
Let's drive around and then put all the cars in the dirt.
That's what you get for parking in this game.
How do I...
Look at those men.
I'm slamming it, guys. Let's get out of here. Is that just a regular truck driving by? Ooh, is that a road?
What?
Who
Yeah,
can fly
let's go.
off-road when you can regular road?
On-road racing.
Finally, safety of the road.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Those kids will never make it to school now. What have you done?
What are these cars made of? They're very light.
Whoa, the ghost.
They're so buoyant.
Dude, this reminds me of, like, Cruisin' USA.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, it's just got the perfect level of jank.
I really like it.
I like a good jank in a video game. It's a hard word to quantify. For those of you that don't know what jank is, it's kind of like when stuff is like a little broken but not totally broken, like it works, but it's also like something's a little off.
Yeah.
You know?
What? Like that? I don't know. Just puts you there. Yeah, racing games I actually really enjoy. I don't know. I don't really ever take the time to get better at them. I'm just sort of like, haha, the car is fast. And that's why I'm the worst. Am I broken? Do I have to go repairing? I don't know if this is ever going to end. I think we just keep driving around here.
It said stop to repair. Yeah, I think you do.
See if we can explode our car. Or their car. You're going in the bushes. Fine, I'll get back on the track. Oh, these weird bushes.
Yeah, what are they? Like
I'm in
ferns?
4th gear now. That probably helps. Oh, 5th gear. Wow, how many gears do I have?
Cream of wheat?
Look at these different gears. I'm going very fast.
All
Whee!
right.
Okay, really getting up there. Going 83 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
85. Yep. Really getting up there. I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna get this guy out of here.
Why don't you show me one of the free run modes?
All right, we can do that. We have to quit. That means we're losers, quitters of the loss.
We weren't doing great anyway.
I think we should try to find a. Let's see. Well, I guess we go to race. This is free ride. I guess that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The painted desert.
Environment. Oh wow, that's sad.
What's that? That's scary.
Prison town.
Coconut Islands.
That's pretty.
I could do that one.
Hold on, go back. I want to see the other ones.
Okay. Cabo. That one's locked.
Oh, no. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's also a blast core level. What's that? That's Just Cause 3.
We can go to Coconut Island.
Coconut Islands.
Oh, let's pick the
ride
yellow.
the bug.
No, the yellow Jeep.
What's a bonus class?
Oh, I like
What
this.
is this
This
silly
guy.
boy?
Yeah, get this little boy. This little gremlin. Oh, he's locked too.
These silly boys. Why did they lock all the silly funny cars? I hate that one.
That's not fair.
Let me play the game.
Trophy truck.
That one's pretty scary. Let's do
Whoa.
trophy truck.
Yeah, this rules.
It's a very angry heavy metal car. Oh,
Vehicle
yeah,
damage full.
Yeah. What? Look at those little wheels.
What's going on there?
Cars.
They're getting wiggly.
Cars.
They look got the air tickles over there.
I like how they give you actual tips. If you have to spin out, reduce the throttle. I was like, well, I don't care. I'm just gonna get silly.
This is weird. This looks like we're in Uncharted.
Nate, no. So
Why
I
did
guess we can just go wherever. Can we just go wherever we want?
Yeah. Why does it look like your car is sunk?
It's a silly car. Yep. Oh, this is the place I want to be, up in the trees with the funny trucks.
Yeah, let's climb the tallest mountains and mess up. Huh. That's a tough tree. Not good. Oh, it flashed. What's that on the floor?
Probably sand.
No. I think it was like shells or like a dead skull.
Well, I like that horse from Skyrim.
Ooh, this is not great.
Yeah, I kind of got stuck there. Whee!
Not a lot of animals in
go to
this
the
game.
beach. It's because we're driving a very loud truck. That probably would hurt the car in real life.
Yeah. Or vehicle damages. Oh man, not good.
Let's just ride it.
Oh.
Sweet. Let's try to land on some trees. I love doing stuff. I love messing this up.
The small tree is the Baja Buggies' toughest enemy. The hardest
The
foe.
Baja bush.
Look at that.
These
That
wheelies.
tree's really getting you good.
How do I not kill it with my wheels?
Can we land on a bird?
Look, I have a picture of a bulldog on my speedometer. How do I?
Sweet. Go into the sea.
I'm gonna.
Your car is thirsty. It's time for some drink.
It loves it. Car loves a good liquid now and then.
Carl.
Hither and thither.
There we go. You're gonna hit that tree. Oh man, it's not. You lost
Did
one
my
of your
wheel
wheels.
fall off?
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that baby belly.
If you flip a truck over, always be sure to rub it.
Why do you keep hitting those
I
trees?
just keep. One of these days, I think I'm just gonna rip it up.
Go towards the sea.
Where is it? There.
Our car has a quench for some thirst.
Has a quench for some thirst. Maybe I... Come on.
This is one of the dumbest things we've ever done.
This is pretty dumb.
And that says a lot.
Floppy cars.
I really like this game.
We got to get to the sea.
Okay.
Home of the truck.
So close. There's the bird. We almost killed the bird shadow. Yes. There we are. Soon we will be in the drink, bathing our loins in oils.
Let's turn this car into a boot.
Let's put all 4 wheels into the water where they belong. Oh, crash that house.
Let's do it. We're going to get down there.
Yes.
What?
Oh, oh my God.
This is great. There's a whole city over here?
Oh, that's not a city at all. You've never seen a city.
That's upwards of two to 3 buildings. Look at my flaming smoke mobile.
Oh my God! All right, we're gonna get.
Hold on, I gotta go over on this bridge.
Here we go. We're going to the Dolphin's Cove.
Home of the fish.
Uh-oh, you have discovered Bridge Out.
What could go wrong?
Sweet.
Brian, let's just keep going.
I think you can make this jump, Max. Uh-oh. No, that's not good.
I got it.
Here we go. The bridge is out. The bridge is back. It's not looking good for us.
Are we gonna drown the car? Wait.
Oh, the.
Am I doing it? What is going on? No. I swear I got this.
Looks like it's curtains for this Dune bugler.
And with that, the car sank deep into the sea.
Yes. The Baja has taken another life.
So that's Baja Edge of Reason or something. That's a game that's out on PlayStation 4. I kind of like it. You can go in the water and look at the sunset.
The car is sinking.
The birds are going to come and peck my eyes out after dark. How do you even... There we go.
Good night, sweet Carl. We almost saw you cross the sea, but you couldn't do it because at the end of the day, we all feared you would be. A car.
A real monster. He doesn't quite sink and he doesn't quite know what to do.
He doesn't know how to stop.
Cars. Wheels of the land.
The ocean's biggest foe. Nature's rectangles with circles. Not good.
Boats that don't know any better.
Well, that certainly was probably entertaining. We don't know because it was a pre-recorded segment because we are in a mandatory meeting in the office where we work.
I can't believe you did that thing back there where you said that thing about that guy.
It's kind of crazy.
That was mean of you.
What a wild time it was.
You're going to have to retroactively write a letter of an apology to everyone that you heard back there with that thing, I think.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's about all we have going for the show today. We'll be back next week with a much more normal-ish episode, I guess. One thing I wanted to plug is this week on Beyond, which is, of course, IGN's PlayStation show, we had Walt Williams, who's the guy who wrote Spec Ops: The Line. He worked on Mafia 2, and most recently, he's attached to Battlefront 2, which he's writing the single player for. Really interesting dude. He kind of gave us like we just hung out and talked about making video games for an hour.
Yeah, I think specifically he did like this really sort of fascinating breakdown of how video games get written, which I think we've all played video games and we've all sort of read about the stories of video games, but there's so much that happens when you're playing a video game that you never really think about, like the incidental dialogue that happens when you reach the edge of a video game, or when you reload, or when you stand in one place too long. Someone has to write that, and to hear about how all of that comes together was incredibly interesting to me. You know, many of us here at IGN were hired as writers. Many of you watching the show probably write in your spare time, or write full-time, or you're going to school for writing. To hear about where you can apply those skills, or how you can make them a part of a real, tangible, actual, physical video game product, or to hear Walt's story of how he broke into the industry, or working with Ken Levine on BioShock back in the day. Just really, really, really cool stuff. So yeah, please go check that out.
Yep.
It's on the Beyond YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to.
YouTube.com/IGN Beyond.
Yep.
And you can also listen to an audio form on iTunes and all those Libsyn, all those various things.
On top of that, if you want something even crazier and much, much stupider, we did a very special Nintendo voice chat at PAX last weekend, where we got the entire audience in the crowd at a panel to help us formulate a list of the top 10 Nintendo games of all time. We went in with really good intentions, and then everyone sort of had a say, and what we made was a big, fun, stupid mess. And I really, really like this episode because it really shows you how when we make a list at IGN, no one is happy with it. You're not happy with it, we're not happy with it, but it's good to try. And that's why that's important. When you see those comments that are like, I hate this list, we were making those comments in the room while we were making the list. So it's a good sort of peek behind the wizard's curtain to see
The Wizard's Curtain!
The Wizard's Curtain!
Which is, of course, the #1 Nintendo game of all time, The
Exactly.
Wizard's Curtain. Can you find out what's behind it?
Can you?
Maybe you can, and then you've beaten The Wizard's Curtain.
Yeah.
Anyway, go check those out. What's the NVC YouTube? Is it just youtube.com/Nintendo Voice Chat?
Just search for YouTube
check it out.
NVC. You'll find it.
And yeah, we'll be back next week with more fun and games and whatnot. But thank you for watching, and apologies, this wasn't properly live. We were in a meeting.
Put us in a meeting. It was
put
mandatory.
us in the meeting. It sucked, probably. I don't know. We haven't actually gone
It's probably
yet.
really good.
It's Wednesday right now.
There's
We'll be doing
lunch.
that
There's
tomorrow,
lunch in the
Thursday,
meeting. That's a plus.
Hopefully the lunch is a good time at the meeting. But anyway.
We're going to tell you about it all next week.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
We'll review that lunch.